guys. Most of you are probably out fishing right now. For those of you that are not, I'm gonna try to go live off the kayak today. And wait for you guys to come chime in. It's not too early. I'm gonna try to let you guys see the whole experience today. Hey, there's already someone popping in. Welcome to the live stream. We are out here at the Wrigley's Bait and Marina. I don't see a sign. Anyway, we're at the Wrigley's. We're gonna be launching a kayak today. Let's see. And I'm gonna try to do this live. I'm gonna make a video too. But I figured I'd take you guys on the journey. Now you can see the whole process. I mean, I could make a video with the whole process, but it's kind of boring. Beautiful day though. We got a north wind. It's actually comfortable. I'm not gonna say cool, but it's comfortable outside right now. Fall is in the air. That's probably why my allergies are all so thrown off. I was gonna get up. Well, actually, I wasn't gonna get up early. I was gonna go fish Lake Pontchartrain this morning. I was gonna go fish the causeway, but the north wind is making it pretty much impossible today to do that because it's a little choppy on the South Shore. But this was my plan B. Come fish at Wrigley's and see what's happening. I love this is actually a really difficult place to fish, but once you figure it out, it's pretty rewarding. Summertime's pretty brutal. You can get on the redfish. The trout are gone. They're outside. Carrying the yak, guys. Carrying the yak. But this is the stuff I go through. So if you want to book a kayak fishing charter with me, this is the kayak you'll be in. I'll use my paddle yak and paddle around, which I don't mind. I actually kind of like paddling from time to time. I keep it pretty simple. I say simple. I feel like I always bring too much, but just a plain milk crate. I put some rod holders on it. I made a couple rod holders, bought a rod holder. This one holds knives and stuff. It's pretty cool. You guys are getting the whole experience today. That dude left his strap on the boat. He almost sunk his boat. It's kind of why I like the kayaks, because there's really not much to it. But it's a lot more work. It's a lot more work. Do I have my fish grips? Yeah, I got my fish grips. Oh, I see some of you guys are chiming in. Give me a second. I have my phone strapped to my chest right now. Oh, there's a lot of you guys. Yes, you do have to pay. I think it's like 10 bucks. But man, I'm all about supporting local, and they got a cleaning station. That alone is worth it. If you combat launch, I mean, you can clean your fish on the side of the road, I guess, but a lot of people frown upon that. But it's a clean marina. They have live bait. The shrimp are doing amazing. Hey James, I'm not even on the water yet. Have I ever caught squid? Not out here, I don't go, that's offshore. That would be pretty cool. I mean, if someone wants to take me offshore and go catch some squid, I'm sure that'd be a pretty killer video. Doing great, I'm on a break. Cool, James. I guess you're working, man. It's a, oh man, I used to work a lot on the weekends, but I've worked hard for a long time, so I'm just gonna enjoy my weekends off. I'll still pump it on the weekends from time to time though, if I have to finish a job or something. But good morning, guys. As you can see, I'm still setting up. It's the only downside about kayak fishing. If you go this route with all the gear and all the stuff, it takes a few minutes to set up. Let's see here. So just pardon the process while you guys are watching, but this is the reality of it. This is why I'm doing the live. You get to see what I go through. Always bring a radio with you, man. I fish offshore in Florida from time to time. And if I didn't have that radio, I actually saved a couple of people's lives before, because they were out in their kayak and they were taking water on. And I heard them on the radio, so I came to their aid. I have a bilge pump, like a manual bilge pump I have in my hatch. So I was able to pump the water out of the guy's kayak. And he made it back safely. But if I wasn't there with the radio, I mean, you're out there in the Gulf. And he had a couple guys with him, but no one was responding to the call, and they didn't have bilge pumps. So, yeah. Anyway, carry a radio with you, even if you're in a kayak. It can be a lifesaver. Or you can save a life. It goes both ways. So today I have my fish finder, my depth finder. I use it more as a depth finder than, it marks fish, but I don't trust it unless it's just really lit up with fish. I mean, this is all the stuff I go through every time I go fishing, guys. This is just real life here. I make my videos and you don't really see all the setup part. It's a lot of work. And today I'm only going to be able to fish a couple hours, so hopefully we just find them and get on them. And even if I catch 2 redfish, I'll be happy. I wouldn't mind taking a couple redfish home for dinner. But I love kayak fishing. I'm not, it's worth the work. There's my fish finder. I got a low rance hook reveal. It's like not even the middle cut. I think it was like 300 bucks or something. It wasn't, definitely not high end, but it does the job. Good morning. These people are probably thinking I'm crazy talking to myself. Going live, talking with you guys. All right. Got that. paddle holder. Always bring a paddle. Even if you got a pedal, if you have a pedal drive kayak. I put some grease in here on the fish finder, some dielectric grease, but that little bit of grease creates like an air pocket, so it takes me a second to put the prongs in. A lot of work this morning, guys, more than normal. I intended to fish the causeway. That's why I have my fish finder, because I wanted to at least maximize my chances of finding fish. And it does help. Doesn't necessarily mean you'll catch fish, but at least you'll have a chance at some. All right. This is real life, though. I'm an electrician, plumber. My best catch. My best catch would have to be the blackfin tuna in Navarre, Florida. You can't really, you can get better than that out of a kayak, but you start going above that, you're landing in like super sketchy territory. I think that blackfin was as comfortable as I felt when it comes to big game fish. I don't think I would want to catch anything. I want to catch a tarpon for sure. But maybe like a juvenile tarpon, you know? I saw a dude, I don't know if you guys saw this guy. He fishes in the Outer Banks. He caught a bluefin tuna out of his kayak. That's epic. I don't know that I want to necessarily catch a bluefin. Like the blackfin, you guys should go back. You should watch my, go back and watch my offshore stuff. When I caught that blackfin tuna, well, a couple of them, and like red snapper and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, James, I'm a handyman, dude. So I feel you, bro. Like, I know the grind. I remodel well, I don't really remodel anymore, but I fix people's houses. So I follow the electricians and plumbers and make all the sheetrock look good. After you guys destroy the houses. Just playing. But actually, I just finished one. The homeowners had polybutyl. 1 second, I'm setting up, guys. They had polybutyl pipes, and the plumber had to remove all the pipes, and I had to cut out all the sheetrock for all the pipes and put all the sheetrock back and float it, and you know the drill. Yeah, the gators don't bother you too much. It's mostly in the springtime, though, when they're breeding and having babies and stuff. They get real protective and aggressive in the springtime. I don't fool with them. I know I have another video of like a 13-foot alligator that wanted to make its way towards me, and I got out of dodge. I don't play with alligators, man. I'm not afraid of them, but I'm not gonna chance it. It's not worth it. It's an alligator. You know, it's a wild animal. Any wild animal. I don't care if it's a coyote or, what if it has rabies? Coyotes typically run away, but if it's got rabies, it's not thinking right. It'll attack you. All right, I think I got everything, guys. Let's see. We have plenty of gators too, but it's Louisiana, so you can only imagine. Actually, there's a program. The alligators were endangered. They were overhunted, and there was a farm and a program to bring the Louisiana alligator back, or southern alligator, however you want to call it. And it was a success. And now there's too many of them. Everywhere I go. It's like there's places I don't even fish anymore. It's just not worth it because I just don't feel like fooling with the alligators. They chase your bait, they chase your corks. You catch a fish, it comes after the fish. You know, it's just not fun. In a boat, I don't care. But in the kayak, nah. They can keep it. It's not worth it to me. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna put my, let's see here. I don't know where I'm gonna put my GoPro at. Suggestion for getting away from catfish. Fishing causeway. Don't use live bait for catfish. If you're using dead or live bait, unless you're using like giant mullet to catch like a tarpon or something, or jack crevalle, don't use dead shrimp. That's how you will not catch catfish. I switched to all artificial like 5 or 6 years ago. I'll use live bait in certain situations. Like I said, I'll use a big mullet if I want to catch like a shark or something. But if you want to get away from the catfish, use artificial. I'll show you today while I'm out there. I don't use live bait. They got shrimp over here. I don't do it. It's just, it eliminates 90% of the catfish bite, unless the gafftop are just really biting. Like gafftop, you just can't get away from them. If they're there, they're there. But I like catching them. They're fun. And typically, if you're catching gafftop, that means, there can be speckled trout in the mix. I always say that because it does happen. But if there's nothing biting, the gafftop's an awesome fight, and you can eat them too. I might do that next time if I not today. I just caught some shrimp and I ate that flathead catfish that the dude caught. That was awesome. It was actually really good, by the way. I put the video up. Flathead catfish are good. I think I will start keeping those from now on. So, nah, you don't need more spots, man. I fish the rocks on Kenner from the bank and I catch redfish and there's sheep's head. The trout will be coming in pretty soon. Let's see, I'm trying to catch anything but catfish. Fish. Yeah, gators follow you everywhere, man. I'm over it. All right, well, I'm gonna flip the screen around and we're gonna get fishing, guys. So I'm gonna put my phone on my chest. I have a little chest mount here. I'll try to keep up with the comments as you. I appreciate you guys tuning in. So that last live I did, I don't know if you guys were there. I don't know if you guys popped in on that last live or not, but I was catching shrimp off of the lakefront. Where's the buckle? I thought I had buckles on this thing. Maybe not, it's just a zipper. I brought my big life jacket because I was going to go fish the causeway and I don't trust an inflatable. Oh, that's another thing, safety-wise. If you're fishing big water, I don't care if you're in a boat, kayak, Shrimp Pro Cure. Hey, Jay, whoever was talking about catfish, artificial lures and Shrimp Pro Cure. That's what you need. That'll help you not catch catfish. Tell you what, I have this other GoPro, but my fish finder's in the way. I got a little cluster going on here this morning, guys. I apologize. Let's see here. No, that'll be here. I had a plan, but my plan didn't go according to plan. There we go. Move that. That's the cool thing about these tracks, guys. If you just have like a regular paddle yak or something, install some of these tracks because you can kind of switch up your stuff as you need. I think this is the Yak Attack stuff right here. It just makes it so much easier. You just screw on and pop it on, and you can lift it up and swivel it. It's pretty cool. Same with the fish finder. Boom. Now it's locked in. I can swivel it around if I want. Yak Attack, man, they make good stuff. All right, dry bag. Always carry a dry bag with you. I have a battery with a charging cable in there. I put my keys and my wallet in there. I have a flare gun in here just in case I need a flare gun if there's an emergency. You know, I'm all about safety. Wintertime, I actually carry a separate dry bag. Full of change of clothes. I have a wintertime dry bag set up too, is what I'm trying to say. That's my summertime one when I don't have to worry about like hypothermia and stuff. I like to push the kayak into the water a little bit before I get into it. That's how I've had this thing for, I think I've had this kayak for 8 or 9 years now. I don't necessarily baby it, but I don't destroy it either. I try to take care of my stuff. Make sure that battery's good. Oh yeah, my fish finder's on. We're going. All right, I'm gonna put my GoPro on, make my little intro video. All right, guys. So we're out here at the Wrigley's. I fish here a good bit. You guys know that if you watched me for a while. I was gonna fish the causeway this morning, but there was a north wind and it was causing just enough chop to make me change my mind of where I want to go fish. So that's why I'm at the Wrigley's, and I want to stay close to home today. I only have a couple hours to fish. Probably go watch the LSU game tonight on my TV, not go to the game. That'd be cool, but I'm not there in life. So anyway, except we're fishing in the Wrigley's. We're gonna try, high chance of catching some redfish, probably a bass or two, and maybe, just maybe, the speckled trout have come back in. We had like I'll call it a cold front. A cold front came through a couple weeks ago, pushed all the shrimp in. There's some dudes fishing right there. I always check this point before I go where I'm going. But you know what? I'm not gonna creep up on them because I don't like it when people creep up on me. And I'm in a kayak, so which happens if, believe it or not, if you guys who are on here live, if you don't know much about kayak fishing or haven't been out, the boats will creep up on a kayak fisherman. And for those of you who are in boats to do that to us kayakers, come on, man. It's cool to like chat it up and stuff, but don't crowd us up, man. We gotta work hard enough as it is just to find fish. I mean, you got a motor. You can just go wherever you want. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. Let's see, I put my wallet and my keys up. Everything's secure. So we're doing this thing. Check this out, man. I love the Wrigley's. All right, guys, we're doing it. Got a little bit of a pedal ahead of us. You'll have to forgive me because I'm a little winded already. I've been getting soft as I'm getting older. My friends that are buying boats, They're letting me, you know, they're taking me out on their boats, fishing with them. I haven't been on the kayak too much this past year. Whew. I gotta get back in shape. But fall and winter time is my absolute favorite time to fish from my kayak, because there's no boats out, because no one wants to go fish when it's like 30 degrees, which is cold out here in South Louisiana. And the fish stack up in the trout are in. Winter time's just magical. Like, fall's cool. The fish are coming in, so it's like, cool, they're here. But in the winter time, it can be lights out, man. And I'm not sweating. Like, it's like 60, it's probably like 68 right now, maybe 70 with that north wind, and I'm on the water. But I'm sweating like a pig already. Or whatever sweats. I don't know if pigs sweat. Do pigs sweat? Anyway. Dude, it's great cardio. You just got to make sure you stay hydrated. I don't have any snacks with me today because I'm not going to be out here for too long, but I always bring some snacks. I find that I don't even eat most of them because I'm too engaged in fishing. It's typically on the way back that I need the quick little pick-me-up to get me to the launch. I used to paddle like a maniac, man. Like maybe 6 years ago, I used to put, it'd be nothing for me to put 20 miles in a day on my kayak. You know what? The shrimp are in. I'm seeing some activity on this bank already. Let's see what we can get. Oh, I don't think, yeah, there's definitely bait. I don't have my popping cork. Oh man. Again, I was rigged up to go fish the causeway. Bear with me for a second, guys. I don't ever do this. I gotta take this life jacket off while I'm live with you guys, because this camera's in the way. And I'm not really fishing deep water right here as it is, so not that that's not that that means anything. You can still get in trouble. You can drown in a foot of water, you know. So I'm using my boom boom shrimp made by Four Horsemen. I hadn't really tried it yet. One of my friends, Mike Nichols, he loves this thing. We're gonna put a little shrimp proke here on that. I mean, I'm marking all kinds of stuff underneath me, unless that's just grass. That's a lot of grass. So in the Wrigley's, there's a bunch of grass. You have to really almost fish weedless. But there's so much action on this bank right here. I just want to see what's happening. I mean, this is about the time of year where you just don't even have to go far to catch fish. Like, you can catch them right up on the bank. There's a little cut, a little chernosh right there too. Trying to see the grass situation. I'm not really. It'd be cool if it's just the turtle grass. I like turtle grass. This is the other thing I love about kayak fishing. Do you hear that? Exactly. Nothing. Yeah, it's a little grassy. We're not going to spend too much time here, though. I have other plans, other places to fish. But you always got to try, because, I mean, man, if you can catch fish right by the marina, that's awesome. I'm not the one that has to go pedal 5,000 miles and feel like I did something. If I'm catching fish by the marina, I'm gonna hang by the marina. Again, I think that's just me getting older. I'm just not lazier, just older. I'm not ancient or anything. I mean, I'm 43, but man, when I turned 40, I hit the wall. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced that yet, but there is a wall, and eventually you will hit it. And I hit that wall. I can still go if I want to, but I have to want to. Let's see here. All right, we're just gonna take like 1 or 2 more casts up in here. I see that little tide line. The tide's falling too, by the way, just to let you guys know if you want to know the conditions. If you fish this area. Oh, what is that? I need to put a popping cork on. So if you see a tide line, I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Fish the tide lines. There's shrimp popping over here. And mullet. Could be pogies. Could be anything. Let's see. Try to let you guys see this. I know I'm looking right into the sun. It's just too much activity not to fish it. Like, if you see bait, you fish it. There's not like the big, I don't hear like a redfish thumping on the bank right now. I should be fishing topwater. Again, I had a topwater set up, but I was gonna fish the causeway. All right, last cast. I want to make a better cast than that. I want to get right up on the bank because those redfish, they hug the grass, especially with this high tide. They're in the grass. Yeah. What is that? All right, I'm snagged on something. Cool. We're gonna go fish wherever away from here. I bet that's like a crab trap or something. What in the world is that? Yeah, it's grassy in here. That's good though. That's where the fish are hiding. I bet I'm snagged up on a crab trap. Probably gonna lose this. Oh, we got it. Cool. We got it. Let's move. So while we're doing this, I'm probably gonna switch to a matrix craw. Let's see, what did I have tied on there? I got that. Jig head on there. Yeah, let's see. Actually, let's leave. What do I want to do? I'm gonna put the matrix crawl on this rod because we're fishing. We gotta fish weedless. All right. Cool. We tried it. Nothing happening. On to better stuff. This is how I fish everywhere, by the way, guys. If you're, sorry. I'm live. You guys see everything. Oh, man. This is how I fish everywhere. If I see, I'll fish right off the bat for a couple minutes just to fish. And this is my little bin of extra baits. There we go. Matrix craw. Boom. Already got one rigged up. If I use something and it's not destroyed, I'll put it in my little Talentia cup for moments like this, so I don't have to dig through my tackle box. My tackle box is pretty organized though, so, or my milk crate, I should say. All right. Matrix crawfish. That is redfish candy out here in South Louisiana. I got it rigged up on a screw lock hook with it's weighted. I think this one's an 1/8 ounce. This one might be a 1/4 ounce. I think this one's a 1/4 ounce. I ran out of 1/8 ounce. It'll still do the job though. I'm using an improved clinch knot. You guys are getting to see the whole process. This is real life here. This is kayak fishing 101 right here. Oh, that'd be awesome to see some birds working. This is about the time of year you start seeing seagulls work too. If I see some seagulls going crazy, that's where we're going. Definitely got a pretty tough north wind. Man, there's a bunch of bait underneath me too. I hate to pass all that up. I don't see any solid marks though. All right. Now we're rigged up to fish grass. We got a jig head. And then we got the crazy mullet. I mean the crazy croaker. This is what I caught a flounder on about a month ago out here. Caught a huge flounder. There we go. There's too much bait underneath me to neglect this. So there's a drop off too. You got the shore. This is Gohagen Canal. You got the bank. There I am. And it's a flat, and then it drops off. Like I'm in about 6 feet of water right here. And in the middle of the canal, it's about 10 to 15 feet, depending on where you're at in the canal. All right, we're fishing now, guys. I might troll this croaker to my spot. Beautiful day out here in South Louisiana, though. These are the days that we live for and wait for. There's a seagull over there, probably getting a shrimp. I bet that's shrimp at the bottom. That's insane if that's all shrimp. I might have to switch over to the jig head. All right, let me just take a little cast over here real quick. We're gonna let that sink to the bottom and kind of work it for a second. Oh, there's a fish mark. Check out all that bait at the bottom. Fishing with Flames, what's up, man? I'm gonna get around to watching your stuff, dude. I've been busy. I've had a really big job. I hadn't really been watching too many things. Yeah, man. When you say Ferg, it likes to autocorrect everything because they don't recognize that as a word. People call me Frog, all kinds of funny stuff. But it is Ferg, like Ferguson. That is my last name. I actually kind of looked it up one day just to see where my origin is. And supposedly I'm like 5,000 years removed from son of Fergus. That's where they get Ferguson. Anyway, there's some birds. Okay, guys, we're about to get into the... Is that Devin Dedman up there? Oh, guys, we might be meeting a legend up here. Let's see what's happening. I think they're catching trout over here. right, I'm putting my, let's see, putting the camera back on. We're gonna go fish, guys. All right, enough playing around. I think they're catching trout. Nah, that'd be cool if it's Captain Devin. I don't think he fishes during the week though. He doesn't have to fish during the weekend. Sometimes I get away during the week too. One day, I'll be fishing during the week full time. Let's see here. All right, we're gonna switch to a jig head. I'm gonna switch this bait on here. I've tried this AM lure, but this color just isn't that effective out here. I've tried it and tried it. I'm sorry guys, I'm beating the phone up. All right, these birds are working. Let's see here. There we go. It's kind of big, but this is a real popular color out here in Louisiana. The green hornet. This is a down south though, so it's probably not named green hornet. They might be going for bass. Who knows? We got everything out here. It's a little, I don't know. So in the wintertime, I like to use larger swim baits. This is like a 4, maybe a 5-inch paddle tail. Put that shrimp pro cure on it. Oh my gosh, there's a giant bait ball right below me. All right, we're gonna cast backwards. Got a heavy jig head on. Look at that bait ball, guys. I mean, if there's no fish in there, then we're just not doing it right. It could be just a massive bait ball of shrimp. Oh, that's a fish. Okay. Nope, that was a fish down there. All right, guys, stay tuned. That was definitely a fish. Or I just drug it through the ball, the bait ball. All right. We might be onto something here, guys. We might be onto something here. Let's see what we can do. This is how I fish. You know, you always look for signs of life. And in the kayak, you can comb over everything. That's the plus about fishing from a kayak. You have to pick every area that you fish apart. That was an alligator gar behind me. How's the reception? It looks like I have plenty of bars. You guys doing any good? You getting anything yet? Specks or white trout? Bass, okay. That's what I thought. Oh, okay, cool. Good luck. Yep, they're catching bass. But that huge bait ball, that was not bass. I can tell you that much. All right, I see some more birds working. We're gonna go over there. But I'm gonna let this troll. We're gonna troll this swimming bait. Put it in this rod holder. We're about to go to the fishing grounds. Cool, the reception's good. Yeah, I have full, I have 5 or 4 bars. What is it, 5 bars? I can't count anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I have full bars. So, way to go AT&T and the Wrigley's. New Orleans, not so much. But you guys are warriors. Man, it's early. Thanks for popping in on the live, guys. I'm gonna keep this rolling. I have a battery that I can plug my phone into as well. I mean, I'm not going to be out here all day. I'll probably start heading in around 11:30. Go hang out with the wife. But yeah, I was going to get up earlier, but I thought I was going to be fishing the lake. And because it's right by my house. But I had to change plans, so I lost about an hour and a half of fishing, which is all right. The tide is falling. I think it started falling around like 6:30, 7 o'clock this morning. It's 8:30-ish right now. And it's going to be a hard fall today. So now is actually the primo time to fish. I just wish I'd see more bird activity. There's a deep spot right here I'm about to pull up to. I'm going to try to fish these ledges first, see if the speckled trout are in. If not, we're going to go for some redfish and fish the grass. Again, it's a beautiful day out here at the Wrigley's. I'm just going to keep that trolling. That's a nice ledge. Hold up. Okay. I think that's what we're going to have to do here. I'll tell you what. Let's set up over here real quick. There's some bait on that. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's fish down there. This is where my ADD kicks in. You have a plan, you have a thought in your head, and then like Doug on Up, you see a squirrel. I'm having a squirrel moment. It's just too much bait on the bottom not to pass that up. You gotta try. Yeah, I mean, there's something popping right in front of me. There's a lot of shrimp out here though, so there's gotta be a lot of fish, you would think. All right. Yeah. Look at that bait. I guarantee you that's a bunch of shrimp down there. There's a hard mark right there, that little triangle. That's a fish. Don't know what kind of fish, but that's definitely a fish. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's just too much bait to not be fishing here. My gosh. I mean, for real. Unless that's all grass, which that is possible. But the water's looking pretty clean. And I'm not snagging on anything. This is a nice little cut I like to fish right here too. But again, it wasn't my original plan. I typically fish this on the way out, or if I get here earlier, I'll fish this first thing in the morning. Is it till season already? I thought till season started next week. I hear dudes shooting. There are some duck hunting leases out here, but maybe they're just shooting skeet and getting ready. Do you guys know if it's till season? Like, is today opening day? Because I hear some duck hunters popping some rounds off. That's the other thing too, when you're out here, you gotta kind of be mindful because there are a few leases out here. And this time of year, there's duck hunters, man. I respect them, though. I duck hunt a little bit. Oh, there's a turtle right in front of me. Where's that? A snake? Can't tell if that's a turtle or a snake. But I respect the duck hunters. I try to stay out their way. But they gotta throw a bone to us too, man, in the wintertime. You know, I mean, navigable water and all that stuff. It's a big issue out here. You know, if it's navigable, supposedly you're able to fish it, but some places are private, blah, blah, blah. That's a whole nother conversation in itself. This is about the time of year where those discussions start popping up too, because you get the fishermen and the duck hunters and they collide. And you start hearing some crazy stories about some people getting mad at each other. All right, time to go to the first real stop and see if we can find them. I'd really love to get on some speckled trout, man. I missed the speckled trout. So the past couple of years, I used to shoot down to Grand Isle and Leeville, and I go to Gulfport. I used to go all over the place and fish before I started my YouTube channel. And I would chase the trout as they left to go spawn. But I've been kind of enjoying just staying close to home and fishing for whatever bites. So if you guys are new to my channel, I love speckled trout. Like, that is probably my #1 favorite species to target. But I just wait for them to come back when they come back, because they leave for a couple months to go spawn. So it actually gives me an opportunity to try some other stuff, you know, target other species. Because once you get that trout on the brain, that's all you want to catch. There's nothing like a speckled trout popping that jig. I mean, man, they hit so ferociously. It's like a bolt of electricity. The bigger ones, they fight like redfish too. So, like, you catch a big trout, you're fighting a fish. The little trout, they just hit so hard. I think that's the draw of how hard they hit. I mean, even the little white trout, they hit so hard, like it feels like you're getting hit by a bull red or something, and then they just give up. But that initial hit, man, I think that's what it's all about. Kind of catches you off guard. The element of surprise. So when I fish out here, I'm about to get into 18 to 30 feet of water. I try to stay in like the 15 to 18 foot depth. And you just gotta let that jig sink. Oh yeah, here's the ledge, okay. You gotta let it sink to the bottom. And then just pop it on the bottom. You can lift it up and let it float back down. Ooh, yeah. There's something down there. All right, guys. We're here. This is where I wanted to be. Giving you all my secrets. If you're watching the live, you're learning all my secrets. I might be a little early here. Like, this is definitely a primo wintertime spot. But like I said, it's the shrimp are in. Okay, that bird's diving in the middle, but that's like 30 feet deep right there, so. This is the name of the game, though, guys. If you guys, the guys that are watching, ladies that might be watching, it's fishing. It's not catching. That's what I like about it. You got to find them, you know? If it was just go out and catch them, I think that would get old pretty quick. It's the thrill of the hunt. And that's what it's all about. So what I'll do in this situation too, if I cast, let it sink to the bottom, I jig the bottom, nothing's happening, I put more Procure on. And then what I'll do is I'll try fishing the whole water column. What I mean by that is, so I'm casting out, I already let it sink and I jig the bottom. What I'll do is I'll cast it out and I'll let it sink. How much battery do I have? 79%? I might plug in the battery here in a second. I'll let it sink and then I'll just do like a medium retrieve. So now I'm fishing a couple feet above the bottom with a medium retrieve, and I'm trying to look for a reaction strike, because I am marking bait. I'm definitely marking some fish down there. If it was just like a clean graph and nothing down there, I wouldn't even be wasting my time. So oh, ooh. What happened there? I think the wind kind of twisted me up here. There we go. So I'm going to work the whole water column. There's some birds working over there. Keep an eye on that. If they get a little more active in that spot, we're gonna go over there and see what's happening. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and work my way that way anyway. So work the whole water column, and sometimes when you reel in fast like this, there's a chance that even if you're jigging, that fish sees the lure, but is not quite convinced that it's something that it wants to eat. And then when you start reeling in, like you're just reeling it in to get ready for another cast, that fish will chase it all the way up to the boat. It has probably been stalking your lure the whole time you didn't know it. And they'll follow it all the way up to the boat and just smack it right by the boat. That's pretty cool when that happens. All right, now I'm in 20 feet of water. Let's see, I see some birds way over there working. There's nothing's going crazy yet though. Saying, hey, the fish are here. They're definitely working better over there though. Yeah, we're gonna go over to this side. I would typically know by now if there was a fish. I mean, there was bait, but I definitely would have gotten a hit by now to let you know. So I'm gonna work this whole area until I find something consistent, and I'll troll. Look, I got my line out trolling right now. Always have a lure out trolling if you're fishing any kind of depth of water. Like if you got some depth, Always have a lure out. Okay, that dude's catching a fish over there. I'm not going to go sneak up on him, but I saw the birds working on this side. He definitely caught a little trout. Guy way over there in a flatboat. I don't know if you can see him. So the birds and that guy are telling me the fish are on this side. But we're just going to do a slow troll all the way over, because you never know where they're at. That bird keeps working that point though, so that's telling me there's something going on over there. All right, let's not waste time. I'm gonna fish this whole bank and get to another. There's some birds working at a spot I like to fish too, so. Oh, that's not a seagull though. That's one of those terns. That was a tern. So I'm not too convinced now. When you're out here and you see birds working, you want to make sure there's seagulls, because there's some lyre birds that they'll dive on stuff, but they're just like hitting glass minnows and whatever. The seagulls are going after shrimp. The trout or redfish or whatever is pushing the shrimp up, and the birds spot the school of shrimp and they're coming diving from the top. They're just getting ambushed. You guys know how to fish birds. If you don't, I'm teaching you. But the birds aren't really they're not really working quite yet. So anyway, I haven't really marked anything on this end yet. I'm a fish finder. But we're gonna try this point. All right, so again, I'm gonna let that sink, and we're just gonna jig the bottom, because typically, like 7 times out of 10, fish are on, they're on the bottom, unless they're just actively in a feeding frenzy. They're gonna be chilling on the bottom with all the other bait. They'll pick off whatever they want to eat. Fish are generally lazy. Like, the less energy they have to put out to catch their food, that's how they prefer it. All right, I'm starting to mark some stuff. Let's see here. That's definitely a duck hunter. Oh, speaking of, let me see if anyone chimed in on that. One up, Caden. I'm at the Wrigley's. Where that marker? The Wrigley's, it's south of Slidell, north of New Orleans. But yeah, I'm out here in the Wrigley's. Rigolets. Not like Wrigley's gum or Wrigley's filled. The Wrigley's, like an oil rig. The Wrigley's in Louisiana. If you're not, if you're chiming in from out of town, I'm in Louisiana, by the way, South Louisiana. So if you are out of town and you ever come out this way, I do have a kayak fishing charter company I'm starting up. So hit me up if you guys want to go on a kayak fishing trip. Fall's here. Fishing's about to get insane. I'm in a kayak. You know, kayak fishing is a little different than a boat. Look at that. That's a nice little bait ball. That's what you want to see. You want to see activity. Anyway, kayak fishing, you have to work for it. A lot of guys, they want to go out and charter on a boat and catch their 15 trout in like 5 minutes. Then go catch a limit of redfish and go catch some bass. I mean, ideally, that's what you're paying for in a boat. And I get that. But in a kayak, as you can imagine, it's a little more work. It's more about the experience versus catching a limit of fish. You're out here where there's, I mean, sometimes there's a lot of boats, but you can get to places where most people can't get to. My brain just stopped because I saw some shrimp jumping on the bank. I apologize. I might have to put a popping cork on here in a second. Yeah. Well, I got the matrix crawl. We're going to throw that first because there's a lot of grass here on the edge. All right. Having another one of those squirrel moments. So pretty much every lure I use, and I try to find lures that have pockets. These matrix craws, there's like a little pocket right here, and you can fill it up with the shrimp procure. And I'll put it all over. And so there's a screw. You screw it on, put your hook through the bottom, and I like to skin hook. That hook is just barely in the body of the crawfish, so it's completely weedless now. So I can fish this grass. And being that that's a weighted hook, I don't have to be 5 feet away from the bank. I can stay away from the bank so I'm not disturbing what's going on over there. I'm a little bit more stealthy. So where I'm fishing now, I was looking for trout. I knew it was a little early. I guarantee you there's some trout. Oh, there's a, okay. That was a fish, guys. See what I was telling you? I was just reeling it in. Yep, there's shrimp skipping, okay. As I was reeling it in, something came after that crawfish right at the boat. If I was just slowly working it all the way to the boat, I probably would have just hooked up. Ooh, there's a lot of bait underneath me. I don't know what to do yet. There's so many different things I could be doing right now. I'm just trying everything. My gosh, look at that. That's all bait. That's not grass. That's why those fish are, those birds. Oh, there we go. We had a fish. All right, I'm about to have to put a popping cork on. Tell you what, I'm gonna expose this hook. That's probably a bass if I had to guess. All right, that bird's laughing at me. Oh yeah, there's something going on now. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. I think the action's about to heat up here. Yeah, okay, that's mullet jumping. We got bait. We got activity. All right, yep. This is where the patience kicks in. You gotta just chill it out. Your adrenaline starts kicking in. You want to fish faster, but you gotta fish slower. It's the most difficult thing about this type of fishing. And just be quiet. Like, a lot of people come out here with music. They say that the music doesn't scare the fish off. I think the quieter you are, the more likely you're gonna catch fish. I'm all about stealth mode. That's another reason why I like fishing out of the kayak. You're super quiet. Yeah, I'm about to put a popping cork on, guys. This is like, let's see here. How much grass? I don't have any grass on this. Let's go. Let's see here. Yeah, let's put a popping cork on. I think that's my sign. missed 2 fish. I need something exposed that they're gonna hit. This is why I normally carry a bunch of fishing rods with me, so I don't have to take time to rig something up. But again, this was not my original plan. If this was my original plan, I'd have like 5 different rods set up with different things. I'd have a top water, I'd have a jig head set up, I'd have my popping cork set up, I'd have them weedless, so that's 4, and then I'd have one just as backup, or like a jerk bait or something like that. Wintertime's like jerk bait time. Oh man, let me redo that. Again, just using an improved clinch knot. So when I'm fishing a popping cork, I started using, I keep my monofilament leader on to my main line, and I tie the mono to the top of the popping cork. And then I pull out another, I use mono for the other side of the popping cork as well. I use 17-pound test is pretty much what I use when I'm for my leaders. Sorry. Again, just do an improved clinch knot. It's pretty much, I'll use a Palomar knot if I'm offshore and I'm using heavier pound test line. But I find up to 17-pound test, an improved clinch knot's perfect. You go above 17-pound test, then you're looking at uni knots and Palomar knots, stuff like that, FG. We're gonna put the boom boom shrimp on because there's a bunch of white shrimp out right now. A little boom boom. Again, the improved clinch knot, my knot of choice, because it's just easy. And I think it's actually the strongest. I was watching a couple of videos to see what the strongest knot is, and they would test the breaking point of each knot. And I believe it's like the Palomar and the improved clinch knot are the top 2 when it comes to strength. All right. So there you go. That's how you, that's what it takes to re-rig while you're kayak fishing. I'm using the Undertaker popping cork. I have a fresh one on here. My other one got destroyed by some bull redfish. This one has, I usually use the oval ones. This one has a little cup, like a little scupper. You don't have to pop it as hard, and it makes a nice little chug, like a speckled trout or something hitting the top of the water. All right, I'm gonna put the GoPro on now because I have a feeling we're about to get on them. Kind of come back to the spot that I was at originally where I was getting those bites. I don't like to use an anchor when I'm fishing in my kayak because it's one more thing you can get tangled on. And if you catch a big fish, like a big bull red, you can kind of let it just pull you around, and you don't have to worry about your anchor and like going back and finding it and all that if you have to release your anchor. I'll use a ooh, I just spooked something up there. I'll use like a Cajun anchor if I'm in the marsh and fishing shallow water and I get on a good bite, like in a cut or something. Hopefully I don't have a bunch of grass on that lure. Ooh, something just went after the popping cork. The popping cork itself, not the lure. Yeah, that thing chugs. I haven't used one of these in a long time. I'm used to the oval one. You don't have to pop it hard at all. Let's see. Yeah, I knew I had some grass on there. All right. I'll be going back and forth with lures today, guys. That's for sure. I got to fight the grass. You know, if I'm not getting hookups on the weedless, I got to find something with an open hook. Typically, a popping cork is your best bet because you can kind of suspend the lure above the grass. I kind of have my leader a little long though, so. I just wanted to double back because I was getting a bite over here. But we're going to start working this edge and see what we can find. Ooh, there's that bait ball again, right under me. I'm torn, guys. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just cast straight away. Oh, that's too much bait. Okay, look at all that. That's fish. All right, tell you what, we're gonna kind of do this number here. What in the world? If that's all fish, my gosh, look at that. I think that's all fish, guys. Okay, I'm in 6 feet of water. I mean, I should be catching a fish right now. That was 100% a stack of fish. If you were in my situation right now, what would you do? That's a good question. Turn my GoPro off so I don't waste that battery. Okay. That was a stack of fish under me. Yep, okay. That was a bite. I bet it's a bunch of white trout. Okay. We're gonna cast over here and just see what that was. It's only like 5 feet deep. So, I mean, trout are typically looking up. So 5 to 7 feet, I think a popping cork is still sufficient. It could be just a bunch of mullet right there. Man, I don't know what to do right now. We're kind of like right in between summer and fall time pattern. Like summer, I wouldn't even be thinking about this. I just go straight to red fishing. But fall, like this is the way to fish, because the fish frenzy, they're just in a frenzy trying to get fat for the winter so they can survive through the winter. I have that crazy croaker on. I think I'm going to have to switch that to a jig. Oh yeah, there's all that bait. I'm right on top of it. Look at that. There's no way that there's no fish in here. I mean, my gosh, that is insane. Look what I'm marking. That's not grass either. That's all bait. I should have brought my cast net. Alright, I'm gonna throw the crazy croaker. If that doesn't get anything, I'm gonna put a jig head on that, leave this set up on a popping cork, and then I'll have a weedless. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see if the crazy croaker does anything good. All right, so where that stake is to right here, that ball of bait was right between me and that stake. When you mark something like that, like you just don't leave. You figure out. You gotta figure it out. You can't leave that. There's too much bait. Yeah, I'm about to switch this to a jig head. Probably put like the pink champagne matrix shad on. We're just gonna try everything until we find out what they want. Today's not one of those you can throw anything out there and they're gonna bite it type of days. There are days like that. We're having to work for it. That's for sure. Okay, I was swimming it and I felt all the bait. I can feel it while I'm swimming at least. Hang in there, guys. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. I might have to go back to throwing that matrix crawl because I was getting hits on it, but they weren't taking it. This croaker might be too big. Yep, that's what it is. Cool. We're gonna figure it out. This is what I do, guys. So like the videos that you watch, it's like HDTV. Like my regular job, I paint houses and I do a lot of housework. You know, I do a lot of sheetrock repairs, and people that watch HGTV, they see these crews come in and like completely remodel the whole house within 30 minutes of a TV show, and they expect their house to be done instantly. But in the real world, it doesn't work that way. Come on. There we go. That's like fishing. Like I make the videos and I try to not bore you guys and show the whole process on my regular videos. Because sometimes you can go fishing for 5 or 6 hours and not get a bite. And then all of a sudden it just turns on. And I don't have a pink champagne in there. I gotta keep an eye on the time too. I gotta leave around, let's see, what time is it? 9:20, cool, I got a couple hours. Here's my bag of soft plastics. There's the pink champagne. So when the shrimp are running, I have found that this pink champagne matrix shad is probably like the best shrimp imitation. I've done really well with it. I gotta keep an eye out for these boats. I guess it is teal season. I think those are a bunch of duck hunters that came in. All right, that looks good. Now we're gonna get to work, guys. All right, just trying to figure it out. The trout are in transition. They're coming from the outside, inshore. I have a feeling they're here. But we just gotta work for it. We're working for it today. It is not coming easy. We're not gonna work this spot too long, even though there's an insane amount of bait and activity down there. If we're not getting bites on 5 different lures, I think it's time to go. Try something new. Make one more cast right there. All right, cool. Let's work it. We're gonna go work this whole shoreline and go to a little cut that I like. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fish to the right of me because it's like a deep part of this section. This whole area is a deep lake. I'm gonna fish to the right and see if I can get something deep on the ledge over there. And I'm also gonna take casts to the left because that's kind of like bass and redfish territory. So we're gonna multitask today and just see what we can find. If anything, it's a beautiful day. And I hope you guys are enjoying the scenery. Something new, something different for you maybe. This is barely hooked that crawfish in the skin this time. Wait until the fall, guys. I'm gonna start putting up when the trout are in here like crazy. That's gonna be some fun times when I go live in the fall. I mean, fall is here. Like, it's definitely fall weather, but the fish just aren't quite doing what they do in the fall yet. There's definitely a lot of grass over there, which is good. I do like that it's not 1,000 degrees anymore. Got a little grass on that. Let's see. All right, Zach, what's up, man? So, not too many people have popped in since the last I checked it. I appreciate you guys who are on here, though. And if you have just popped on, I'm out here at the Wrigley's in Louisiana. At this point, just fishing for whatever bites. I was hoping that the speckled trout might be in, but they're not quite in yet, it looks like. Looks like it's just a bunch of bait, and I'm gonna catch a redfish eventually. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna catch at least one redfish today, or a bass. Those are like real common catches out here. But when you're fishing like that, it's pretty much just like what I'm doing right now. You just gotta beat the bank, as they say out here. And the tide's pretty high, so those fish are in the grass over there on the bank. They're probably eating like little crabs and the grass shrimp and whatever else is up in there hiding. But when I do catch a redfish, it'll be worth it. And I'll tell you one thing. If it's 18 inches or between 18 inches and 22 inches, I'll keep a redfish 24. I think 24 is going to be like the maximum I'm going to keep on redfish. Because they just, once they get over 24 inches, they just don't really, they don't taste the best. All right, I'm seeing more activity, that's for sure. I think I just had a fish swirl up right next to me. Okay, there's definitely more activity. All right. There's more activity, guys. That's good news. I'm seeing a lot of swirls. It's probably just a bunch of mullet. But there's bait. Where there's bait, there's fish. Let me back out. That's what happened. I'm backed out all the way. Okay. Well, I think I talked myself out. I think I pretty much explained everything I'm doing, where I'm at, what's going on. Now we just gotta wait for some fish. We gotta find the fish, guys. The cool thing about this bank, though, I will tell you this, is there's a bunch of little pockets and points. So you can literally fish this whole bank line. Let's see, where's my, yeah. The whole bank line, there's a lot of pockets and points. And when you're fishing redfish, that's what you're looking for. Cast right in those little pockets. Honestly, I could probably get a little closer and get in there. You almost want to like cast in the grass on the bank, because they'll cruise the very edge of that bank, picking up little baby crabs and shrimp and stuff. Little mullet jumping, living his best life. Let's see, let's get in the grass. Yeah, like that, right on the grass. Oh, that was a bite. Okay. Okay. We're gonna make a cast right back there if he doesn't stay with it. Let's see if we can convince him to come chase it. All right. Get back in that. Perfect. It very well could have been a crab, too. Crabs love to tear up these matrix craws. Feel free to add to the conversation, guys. I'm going to check my phone every so often and see what you guys are saying. And if you have any questions, what I'm using. I mean, I'm fishing in the Wrigley's in Louisiana. It's kind of near Slidell. Oh, there's a couple kayakers over there. Oh, cool. I wonder who's, I'd be curious to see who's fishing out here. I don't really see too many kayakers out here too often, so that's kind of neat. I mean, there's definitely a lot of guys come out and fish, but the Wrigley's, man, it's It's a tough area to fish because it's not always consistent. It's like this. You fish and fish and fish, and then all of a sudden you get on the fish, and then it's fun. But it's tough, man. There's a lot of grass, a lot of things you have to work through, a lot of different structures you gotta learn. Like I've been telling you this morning, you know, you got a 30-foot lake right over here, and then it goes up to like a 2-foot ledge. Oh, okay, that was a fish. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. Maybe we just had a fish over there. This bait caster, man, I'm getting used to that too. Okay, that was definitely a hit. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. We're just gonna let it fall this time. There it is. There it is. That's a fish. Okay, guys, there it is. I don't know that. What is that? It kind of feels like a catfish. I'll take it. I don't care what it is at this point. It's got to be a catfish. The way it's digging down, unless it's a nice red. Oh, I think it's a. What is that? It's a gafftop. All right, so whoever was asking about how not to catch catfish, like I was saying, the gafftop will go after artificial. But it's a fish nonetheless. I don't necessarily mind catching them. So when I fool with these dudes, oh man, if you guys are like, if you've never seen one of these fish though, they're pretty cool. Let's get this dude up here so you can see him. Oh, that's not where I wanted to grab it. Come on, bro. I'm grabbing my lure, not the fish. There it is. All right. So if you guys are like freshwater fishermen, this is called a cell cat or a gafftop catfish for obvious reasons. Look at those fins. They just stick out. Let's see here. There you go. Look how tall that fin is. So you have to be careful with these dudes. This is why I have them with the fish grip, because these fins have spines in them, and the spines have a bacteria. It's really a bacteria. It's not a poison, and it hurts. Those suckers hurt. And if you're not careful, you can get an infection too if you don't treat it relatively quickly. So there you have it. We caught a fish. We're not skunked. But like I said, I'm not afraid. Like if I catch some gaff tops, there we go. There's another bite. Okay. Like if I'm catching gaff tops, I'm not going to give up on the bite because there could be some speckled trout hanging around. It's a saltwater fish. So if a saltwater fish is hanging around, there's a good chance for something else to be hanging around. And it gives me a good opportunity to practice my bait caster because I'm trying to get this down. I'm trying to become better with my bait casters. But that was a fun fight. Like, look, I'll take a fight with a gaff top all day if I'm not catching anything. So, nothing wrong with that. I don't feel like fooling with cleaning them today, but maybe my neck, when it cools off, I might try a gaff top just because. Like, you can eat them. Supposedly they're pretty decent tasting. Let's see what else we can get into. I'm gonna push back to this bank though. I was getting that bite. I had to see what it was. It was a gaff top. That kayaker's coming pushing my way now. He saw me catch a fish. That's funny how that works. Let's see, how's the battery on my phone? I'm gonna have to plug up my battery here in a second, because I'm really enjoying like doing the live thing, man. That's cool. Like, I think that it captures things that I can't capture when I'm trying to make a video. And I get to interact with you guys live, which is awesome. So I'm enjoying that, getting to know all you guys from all over the country and world at that. I think the live has a bigger reach of who chimes in and can watch versus just the videos. Ooh, there's a bunch of bait. All right. Might have to bust the popping cork back out right here. That's probably what this gaff top are chomping on. Man, look at all the bait. That's solid bait, guys. All right. We're just gonna keep switching it up until we find some kind of pattern. That's the name of the game. If you're not switching it up and trying to figure it out, you're not fishing. Let's see here. Hello from... I can't read it, man. It's too dark. Let's see here. I wish I could zoom in. Let me take my glasses off. Alabama? Yeah, I'm at the Wrigley's. Dennis. Let's see. 5 people in here. I think my phone's getting hot too, so I don't know how much longer I can go live. I'm at the Wrigley's. And there's a bunch of bait underneath me. I'm at 50% of my battery, so I think I'm all right for a little bit. Let's start this popping cork in this deeper water and see what happens. Because there's a bunch of bait underneath me. And I'm in about 4 feet of water, which is perfect for a popping cork. Yep, okay, I'm getting a bite. Okay. Something took it. Yeah, we're starting to get a lot more activity now, guys. I'm not, okay, that was a redfish. That was 100% a redfish over there. I heard that unmistakable chug. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep using the oval popping corks though. This thing's too aggressive, especially when it's calm like this. Let's see. I'm throw a popping cork one more time ahead of me. Then we'll go back to the matrix crawl, fish the bank a little bit, and see if we can get on a redfish or something. Had a little takedown on the popping cork, but it wasn't convincing me that we're about to get on anything. I wish that these fish would make a liar of me and we just get onto something. All right. I'm just not convinced that it's popping cork season yet. There's an alligator gar out there. So they have some massive alligator gar out here, by the way. I don't have any interest in catching those. All right, I should be getting on a redfish here sometime. I mean, there's no way that I can't catch a redfish out here right now. The water looks great. There's plenty of grass. Yeah, I think that's what I'm picking up in here is all the grass on the radar, the sonar. But that's good. I love fishing with all this grass. It gives the fish places to hide and ambush. Ooh, yeah, water. The closer I get to the bank, the water's pretty clean. That's good. It's not muddy. Sometimes it can just be straight up chocolate milk in here and real muddy. But it's pretty clean. Honestly, I need to stand up and see if we can sight fish something. Let's see if we see any redfish floating on the surface. That's how I need to fish that matrix crawl right there, right above the grass like that. Just slide it on the top of the grass. All right. This is normally the spot I typically catch a couple redfish at. I catch something at least. But man, it's just not happening today. Not yet. Oh, hold up. I think that was a bass or a crab or something. Let's see. I have about an hour and a half left, maybe. Put some Procure on here. Convince them that it's something they want to eat. All right, that's the cast. That's the cast, guys. I'm gonna catch a fish right here. We're calling it. We're calling it. That just feels like the cast. Caught some grass. Let's fix this. All right. We might have to go try to catch an alligator gar just to catch something on live. Well, if anything, it's a nice day out here in the water. Okay. Oh, that's needlefish. Ah, okay. There was some needlefish coming after it. Let's see here. Let's go back to the jig. Check in on you guys real quick in the battery. 40%. See any cuts coming out at the mouth? Yeah, I'm actually working my way to a cut right now. There's actually another dude fishing in a kayak right where I want to fish. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm just kind of, I like to work this whole area before I just head straight to where I really want to fish, because you just never know. You never know where they're at or where they're gonna, you know. Sometimes they're just out in the middle of the open water. Let's see, I'm in 10 feet right now, but I am getting closer to where I want to be. This guy's got a fish. What does he have? Looks like a little catfish or something. I don't know what that is. Like it caught a perch. Might have caught a pinfish. What you getting in? We're gonna let him have that corner. That's actually the corner I was trying to work towards, but he beat us to it. So we're gonna try some other areas. You got something. Oh, speck. Nice. Huh? A speckled trout? Nice. Small? They're here. Everywhere, huh? Okay. What you, popping cork? Okay. Well, he's catching the small speckled trout on a popping cork. Maybe that's the problem though. My popping cork I'm using is too aggressive. Doesn't mean we can't catch them on this jig head. All right, so the speckled trout are here. Oh yeah, he's on them. They're little bitty guys though. Let's just tie on a popping cork and see what happens. Well, let's throw the popping cork. Yeah, he's on them solid. Every cast over there. He's every cast catching speckled trout right now. All right, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. That's probably what we saw, all those little schools of fish. Probably just a bunch of little speckled trout. You doing any good, man?
Not really.
Yeah.
About a keeper trout on the south end of the lagoon earlier.
Fish on, guys. Oh, man.
Then I lost something else also, but I came over here, but it's been kind of
Dead, huh? Oh, that's close. He's on the speckled trout over there. Little ones, though. Ah, small red, huh? Nice. Yeah, I just had a little speck on, guys. Maybe it is popping cork season. You can't catch fish when you got grass on your lure, though. All right, let's see if we can pull a fish in. I don't want to crowd this dude either, so we're gonna stay over here. They're probably all along this bank line. Just give it a pop, let it sit. Maybe we can catch a couple keepers. Yeah, I need to go back to my oval popping cork though. I don't like this scupper. It's too aggressive. Oh, something took it down. They're right in that grass. All right, one more cast and I'm gonna plug the battery into the phone. There it is. Finally, guys. Okay, that actually feels like a keeper. I think we got a keeper trout on here, guys. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Yeah. There you have it. Finally. This is real life kayaking for you though. You see how long I've been out here. It's a grind. Speckled trout on the boom boom shrimp. Let's see what he is. A little short. He's right at 13. Oh, spit my hook out perfect. He's right at 13, but I'm gonna let him go. He's too small. I gotta keep 13 and a half is it for me because I don't want to get in trouble. There you have it. First fish of the, well, second fish. Target species though. Heck yeah. All right. Maybe, just maybe we're about to get on something here, guys. So close. Let's stay away from this dude because I don't want to cramp his style. They're in the grass, so you gotta. Cool. The speckled trout are here, baby. The speckled trout are in. They're just not big yet. Whew, man, it's been a while since I caught a speckled trout. I miss those guys. This could turn into an every cast situation here in a second. I don't know how thick they are in here, but I finally landed one. I hooked two so far. Ooh. Yeah, they're closer on the bank. Trying to stay away from this dude though. There we go. It's probably too close to the bank, but these Undertaker corks work, guys. You can cast them a country mile. Yeah, I'm in the grass. Man, I just messed that up. Let me just work it back just in case I got the grass cleared off the lure. Feels pretty heavy though. I think I need to shorten my leader up too. Oh, I didn't have any grass on. I should have just fished it. Should have just fished it. All right, we're gonna let it sit out there this time. There's a lot of bait around there, I tell you what. Try to get you guys where you can see the action. I'm casting away from the camera. I wouldn't mind having some speckled trout for the Saints game tomorrow. There we go. Oh, that's a keeper. That's what I'm saying, man. They hit so hard. You don't know how big they are. Okay, okay. Boom. Hey, you like that catch? I should have been a wide receiver. Okay, it's happening. Nice, he spit the hook out. Hold on, let me fix that for you guys, sorry. I need to get my goal for this year. We need to hit 1,000, guys. Let's hit 1,000 subscribers. Get my viewers up so I can start investing in some better gear. You know, some cool camera mounts. I love to see that. Look at that, guys. Little bitty dude, but that's a good sign. Oh, don't eat the shrimp on the way out. I kept my lure in the water. Let's see if we can get a couple keepers. Yeah, man. I found that's set 2 in a row, so we found them. We're just gonna pick through them and try to find the keepers now. Let me plug my battery in since we're doing this. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. Keep the live action going for you guys. Cable. And I know I have my battery in there. There it is. Battery. All right, now we're plugged up. We can keep it rolling. For those of you who are watching this video, though, I'm going live. We just found the speckled trout. So we're gonna try our best to get some keepers in here. So far, they're 12 and 7/8 inch trout. They need to be 13. I like to keep them around 13 and a half just to be sure. I need to put some more of the shrimp pro cure on now, because it's not quite like frenzy action yet where they just bite after whatever goes in the water. We're trying to get them frenzied up though. Man, that Undertaker cork, you can just chunk it. I'm throwing into the wind too. I mean, I just threw that thing 40 yards. You're not gonna catch fish like that. There's a little mouth over here I want to try though. If they're here, they're gonna be over there. What was I saying about those gaff top? Don't stop fishing if you catch some gaff top. The speckled trout will be right behind them. I'm a big believer in that. Don't let the gaff top deter you. I mean, if you're just catching one after another, then that's kind of your sign. But they are saltwater fish, so don't let the gaff top spook you off. I kind of use them as nature's fish finder, honestly. They're a pain in the butt to deal with, yes. But you know you're in salty water when you're catching. Oh, I just missed them. I just missed them. That's what happens. You just start talking and not thinking about fishing. I do want to go check a couple spots out. Did you go up in the little bayou in here yet? I know they'll pile up in there pretty good. I know it's got that posted though. It's like, did till season start today?
Well, I was wondering because I heard shotguns earlier.
Yeah, me too. I thought it started next weekend, but who knows? Maybe they're trying to get the jump on things.
We haven't been back there in a while. Just there tends to be a lot of gators back there.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. I understand. All right, let's move over here. I think the tide kind of stopped moving on us. But these are the cuts up here that I was working towards. So there are definitely a few cuts up here, some pockets and fishable water. I mean, if they're over in that one spot, they're gonna be everywhere. So we're just gonna work. I see a bunch of bait underneath me right now too, so. Yeah, this is the drop off that I wanted to fish. There's a cut right here and the water just dumps right out. And I've caught some nice trout right up in here in the past. But we're about to switch over to the jig head. And try that for a second. The little trout are fun, but we need to take some home. You know what? I never turned on my radio. that. This is the one bait caster I'm good with, the Lose Mock Crush. I have got that dialed in pretty good. I got it on the Lose Inshore Speed Stick. Pretty good combination. Ooh, they've been gator hunting in here. There's a bamboo stick up there that was set up for an alligator. If you ever see a bamboo stick like that, well, you probably can't see it from here, on the bank that's kind of coming out on an angle, just stay away from it. It's an alligator fishing line. This is alligator season, hunting season, which I'm thankful for. Those guys help keep the population at it. They control the population. There we go. That was a bite. Okay, so I see the shallow and then it goes deep right there. Let's see if we can catch a decent sized trout on the jig. Probably could have a heavier jig head on right now, but I'm feeling kind of lazy. All right, so right here it went from 8 to 15 feet. just in that little distance. So this is kind of the ledge that you want to fish when you're out here. If you're just tuning in, I'm out here fishing the Wrigley's. I know I sound like a broken record for those of you who have been on for a minute. So far we caught a couple speckled trout and a gafftop. We haven't really been setting the world on fire or anything, but it's something. Caught a couple little speckled trout. I think I'm going to switch to red fishing mode here in a minute though, because there's another dude out here fishing. He's been catching nothing but small trout as well. So as fun as that is, I kind of want to bring some fish home. So I need some keepers. I could have probably stayed over there and caught 15 or 20 of them, which is cool for content, but not for my stomach. All right, we're gonna throw a popping cork over here too, just to see. Nothing's been happening on the jig. Keep waiting for the jig action to pick up, but it just isn't. Sometimes it's just a popping cork type of day. Let's check over here, see what we can find. So that's definitely, I guess, something positive that we can do today. We know that the trout are going to be hanging out in that spot this fall and winter. They're there. So, you know, like I said, I can catch a million little trout over there if I want to, but I want to try other places too and see how the other places are looking. See if they're going to stage up in any particular section out here. Ooh, I just got a little bit of sunscreen in my eye. That hurts. I am wearing sunscreen. I just put my hood on because the sun's coming up pretty good now. Let's see. All right, we got about an hour of fishing left. Hopefully, we can make something happen before I head in. Okay, there's a bunch of bait right underneath me, so that's good. I'm seeing plenty of bait all over the place. There's no lack of bait, that's for sure. Probably should have threw a jig in here. Man, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Look at that bait ball. Maybe I should be throwing a jig. Yeah, I think I might switch over to a jig real quick just to see. I mean, we're shallow enough to where popping cork will work. There it is. Oh, missed him. Okay. Like I said, we're shallow enough. I think that was a school of pogie. It was like a giant pogie that just jumped out the water. All right, let's just go back to the jig. They're down, they're at the bottom, so I'm just curious to see what's over here. This is fishing, guys. Think in another 2 weeks, this is going to be a whole different situation. It's going to be like an every cast type of situation in about 2 weeks. Once we get a decent cold front and really get those trout driving in, it's going to be game on. All right, we're about to go into redfish mode here. I think I've worked this area as hard as I can possibly work it. let's go into redfish mode. We don't have much time left. I gotta put some fish in the box, man. It looks like the battery's kind of doing its job. This is how I like to fish, though. I like to actively fish. I don't necessarily care for just letting some dead bait sit on the bottom and wait for fish to come to me. I mean, fishing's fishing. You know, I love catching regardless, but this is my favorite way to go after them for sure. All right, last cast, we're gonna let this one sink to the bottom, kind of work it in, and then we're going to switch. All right, think we know what is happening. We tried it all. Let's go for some redfish. Yeah, this is like redfish territory now. Real grassy. Got some pockets to work again. Bunch of mullet. I gotta keep track of the time. All right, there's a redfish in there somewhere. I just heard it. Oh, man. Get out of this grass. Stand up here and see if we can sight fish something. I don't see anything. The water's pretty clean though. It's not horrible. This is like, I would love to sight fish a redfish out of my kayak. Like, I've cast it on wakes before, but I've never like physically seen the redfish and cast it at them. So today we're gonna try to do that a little bit. I mean, if I see something, I'm gonna cast at them. Of course, I have the sun in the wrong direction right now. There's a bunch of bait right there though. I could just drift this whole flat. There's actually not a bad idea. I kind of see the pockets of where the grass is and where it isn't. I can fish in between those pockets. See if I see a redfish tailing anywhere. All right, let's scooch on over to this side. You guys still with me? You hanging in there? Till season is, let's see, the 20th. Okay, so that's next weekend. I don't know who Nuss is. I hope Nuss can throw that good today. Oh yeah, Nussmeyer. I'm in fishing. No kidding, man. I appreciate the the compliment, man. I hope he does too. They're on a roll right now. I mean, they keep saying he's in the talks for getting a Heisman. I'm like, it's a little early for that. I mean, they're doing good, but it's not like they're blowing the competition out the water or anything. I mean, that Clemson game was awesome. Like, they beat Clemson, so that tells you a lot, because Clemson's no pushover team. But they kind of played down last week. That should have been a blowout game last week. Who are they playing this week? I don't even know. I know they're playing, but I don't keep up with all that too good. I'm a fan, but I'm a fair weather fan. When they're winning, and awesome. If they're losing, oh well. Like, I just don't let it ruin my day. You know, I enjoy sport. I enjoy competition. I used to run track and cross country in high school and college. I love sports. I used to skateboard. Me and my friends growing up, we always competed against each other. Uh-oh. I got some music going on. All right. Sorry about that. Those people that passed me had some music going on, and the YouTube does not approve of that when that happens, even though I can't control that. I can control what I put on. All right, so now I'm in an I need to speak a little bit more quiet. I'm sight fishing now, guys. I have the sun to my back. I got a nice little drift going on. This is something I've been wanting to try and do for a long time now. But conditions are hard to come by to do this in. So I'm gonna try to get closer to the bank so I can see if I actually see anything. Going back to football though, like I haven't been I normally don't watch college football, but last year and this year have been a different story, man. I like Colorado. Like Coach Prime, man. I know you either love him or hate him, and I like the dude. Like you can't deny greatness. Does he have a little attitude? Wait, hold on. That doesn't. Is that a fish? I can't tell what that is. That'd be cool. Sorry, I saw something. It wasn't a fish though. It kind of looked like it. Ooh, the wind's pushing me good now. But at least I can see what I'm doing. So yeah, I like Coach Prime though, man. He's turned that Colorado organization around, man. They didn't do so hot last week or their last game, but that's football, man. It's tough when you're playing at that level. Okay, that was either a gar or a redfish. Hold up. My money is a gar, being that it was in the middle, but you never know. I feel like I have a trolling motor going on right now. I'm just not seeing much. All right, we're gonna go over here and just blind cast. I think that was my best attempt at sight fishing. I drifted that whole flat and didn't see a thing. So back to beating the bank. I mean, if this isn't redfish territory, I don't know what is. I mean, it is. I know it is. We just got to convince one to bite the hook. I know this gold isn't too bold either. It looks just like a crab. So I can kind of stand up here and see what we're working with. Let's see what we're working with. I always hear you can see the gold backs just floating and they stand out like a sore thumb, but I have yet to see that happen when I try to sight fish redfish. Because this is all flat as well. I'm just kind of drifting along the flat, surveying, seeing if I see anything. As a positive, the cool thing about fishing grass is it clears up the water. It kind of filters out all the dirt and stuff. Man. Well, this was really my only option today anyway, guys. I'm not gonna call it a bad day. I mean, I caught a couple fish, so I'll take that. Man, it would just be epic to sight fish a red right now, though, while I have you guys with me. I mean, I'm pushing back into it. This is the places where boats can't really get to, so it's where you always hear to go to, especially on a higher tide, these little ponds and stuff. But I'm just not seeing anything. I am not seeing anything. Oh. We'll just keep doing this though. This is fun. Something different. This isn't the typical way you would sight fish. Normally you'd have a paddle in your hand and all. But I'm kind of working the wind. Hold up. No, that's grass. That was grass. Thought I saw a fish. I mean, the area I'm fishing right now, you think you would just blind cast right on one. Like, you think there'd be loaded with redfish in here. Or bass at the very least. I'm not seeing anything. The wind's picking up too, blowing me way faster than I want to go. Okay, I saw something over there. Let's just keep doing this. Hold up, I saw something. Okay, I see one. All right, yes, I see one. Unless that's just a mullet. I don't know what that is down there. I see something shining. Yeah, I think that's just bait. I thought that was a red. I got excited for a second. Oh, I'm trying, guys. I mean, I don't know if you can see that water, but it is clean. We're just going to blind cast until we see something. When you hear those birds out here in the marsh, from what I have been told in the past, that is the sign that the tide is changing. Those little cackle birds, I don't know what they're called, marsh hens. Just gonna cast in these little potholes and see if I can get something to shoot out from the grass after this crawfish. Well, all right, this is about all the time I can take. I'm gonna have to start making my way in now. I'm gonna fish all the way in. But as far as exploring and active fishing, I have reached my time limit. Time to make my way back in. Yeah, I was really hoping to at least see one fish. Like no activity. I mean, there's some bait. Oh, there it is. There it is. Speckled trout on the matrix crawl. That's how it happens, guys. That's how it happens. I hope you guys got to see that. All right, Chad Champagne. The matrix craw catches speckled trout as well. That is awesome. That was cool. Such a cool bite. Trying to get some pictures for the magazine, guys. Cool. That should work. Let's get this hook out of this dude. Chill out, I'm gonna let you go. Make sure we don't get attacked by an alligator. Come on, bro. I'm gonna let you go. There he goes. Got him. Quick release. All right. That's a good way to end that. I think that's pretty much what we're gonna find out here, guys. Just a bunch of baby speckled trout. I don't know. There's only one person out here to see that. Well, I hope the one person that's on here that got to see that, I hope you enjoyed. That was a pretty cool eat. Ooh, that was a redfish. Okay, hold up. I definitely heard a redfish. Problem is the water's so high. They're in the weeds, in the reeds, I should say. I think that's the first time I caught a speckled trout on the matrix craw. That was pretty cool. He was probably hiding in that grass. So now that I can see that bank, let's see if we can see a redfish before we leave. Let's try to spot one redfish. Bunch of bait swimming around, that's for sure. A lot of bait. No redfish. So it goes. That was a cool eat with that speckled trout, man. Yep, 11 o'clock. All right. Time got away from me there. We gotta go. I think I'm just gonna let the wind drift me over here, because I can sight fish this now. The sun's to my back. Wind's pushing me home, so at the very least, we can try to sight fish something. Turn the rudder that way. Well, as my wife says, it definitely wasn't for lack of trying. Let's just push into this flat and just drift on in. Turn the rudder a little bit. See if we can see something. It's a ghost town up in here. Man, I mean, I should have caught a redfish, at least one by now. I'm not sad about the speckled trout though. All right. We're still trying, guys. We're still trying. I'm working my way back to the launch right now. The speckled trout are here, but they're just not. They're not the big ones yet. The ones that the new crop, they're here. The 12 inchers. No keepers yet though. About another week or two, all these trout are going to be keepers. And there's going to be some fun fishing here in a couple weeks. There should be a fish in there. If you go by Marsh standards. Nice little point right there. Wind blowing onto it, blowing the bait into the bank. There should be a fish right there. You got to be careful out here too, guys. Make sure you're aware of all the boat traffic. That guy's ripping right on through. It's not a no wake zone, so you gotta keep your head on a swivel. They have the right to rip through here. Well, we'll toss a popping cork on the way out now. Let's see, who's on here? There's still a couple people on here. Cool. You guys are troopers, man. Trying to make something cool for you, but it's just not quite there yet. We got a couple more weeks before it really catches on fire out here. We just need a couple nice cold fronts to come through. But even with that, I should have at least caught one redfish in here, so that's kind of making me wonder what's going on. There's a needlefish. Can sight fish a needlefish right now. Well, at least I can see the fish if they're swimming. So that makes me feel better about myself. Ooh, the wind's kicking. It's pushing me. All right. Pretty sure I did. Yeah. Absolute ghost town, man. I mean, not really, because we did catch a couple specks, but not the action. I mean, oh, there we go. Got him. Yeah. All right. So that's just kind of been the story of the day today. Just a bunch of small speckled trout today, guys. Oh. There you go. Boom. Some awesome fish though. Oh, we'll just slowly make our way back. Well, I'm not gonna say slowly. I'd love to catch a keeper speckled trout. Just don't know if it's happening today. Just don't know if the keeper speckled trout is happening today. Yeah, they've been in this grass too. They're just on the edge ambushing bait. Because these trout are small, so that they can get eaten by other fish too. All right. Stay out of the grass on that side. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this big popping cork. Oh, there we go. No. Okay. I think that was just the grass. Let's see. Do I have a bunch of grass? No. Might have actually been a fish. It's like with this bigger popping cork, when I'm reeling the fish in, unless it's a big fish, I can barely tell if I have it even on, because it feels like I have a fish on just reeling the cork in. Let me use those oval popping corks. It's warming up, but it's still a fairly pleasant day today. I mean, you can't complain about this weather. I hope it feels as good next week. I got to work outside. Let's do a little bit of this. Stretch the legs out. Fish that point right on the edge of the grass. There's probably a fish hanging out right there. There should be a fish hanging out right there. There should have been a fish hanging around everywhere there. They're just not here yet. Oh. I kind of needed to do this anyway, because with the fall fishing, if you guys do want to book a charter with me, you can contact me through my email. I put my emails on the end of my videos in the description. I guarantee you Hopedale right now is on fire. Because if I'm catching trout here and there like this in the Wrigley's already, they've got to be thick in Hopedale. So that's probably where I would take you if you want to book a charter with me. We'll go out to Hopedale and get on the fish. Ideally, I'd like to take you out here because it's closer to my house. It's not super close, but it's close enough. But I'm not going to take you on a charter trip and have a day like this. I can't guarantee fish, but I know where my chances are better in certain places during certain times of the year. But I only had a couple hours to fish today, and I got a late start because my original plan fell through with the causeway. But hey, we caught some fish. We cannot complain about that. But this is, I think this is about the end of the trip here, guys. I'm back in the Gohagen Canal, and I'm snagged on some grass. So I think that's about all she wrote. Let's see here. All right, till season. That was the last comment. Thanks for letting me know about till season. So that's next weekend. And then it's game on after that. The duck hunters will be out in their full right, blasting away at the ducks. Well, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. We fished hard. Caught a few fish, so not a bad trip all in all. This fall is going to be insane. I can't wait. A couple more weeks. Speckled trout should be in thick, and we're going to tear them up. And I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you on the next one.